Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I thought I would do this because of how close it is to Valhalla. So, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to separate this video into three equal parts. I'm going to talk about the beginning, then the gameplay, and next is spoilers because I'm going to start reviewing the story. I'm not going to review the full-on story because I didn't feel like actually playing this game till the end. But I did get a fair ways, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, going ahead and starting this, you can actually switch your character mid-game. You can turn on immunity damage, you can make yourself immune to everything, you make weak enemies, so basically there's not even a point of playing the game. You can also make the game kid-friendly, but it doesn't change anything.
Wipes your bloodline from the face of...
Alright, so this is how the game begins. Begins with this guy talking about how he wishes he could go fishing with his son, which is actually, this is actually one of the most unique Assassin's Creed stories, I have to say. Compared to the other ones, which aren't as good, this one actually held me in. Until a few parts, which we'll get to in a little bit. But the story begins with this guy talking about how he misses fishing with his son. And how he wishes he could do it again, but now it's time for war and stuff. And then next, immediately after that, you see him marching down a thing full of soldiers, getting you all hyped up. Then you go into war and you see this moment where he's just killing people, and then you get to be placed in the killing people, and it's so satisfying to kill people. Did I mention you get to kill people? And this big fat guy rolls up and he tries to eat you, and then you kill him, but then you didn't actually kill him even though I stabbed him in the head. But you didn't actually kill him. Instead, he's actually still alive, but he dies again, don't worry. And then this old dude, he starts like talking to everyone while he's got the head at the end of his stick, and then all of a sudden it just cuts to this bird flying across this land, and suddenly everything's boring now, and it's back to being an Assassin's Creed game. But just you wait, things are about to get spicy. These guys get up after I stabbed them in the neck, the head, and everywhere else I possibly could with the spear. And I get the option to spare them, which of course I don't, and I go ahead and kill them. So, you know, there was already that going on. So I kill them again.
We must go hide the bodies. They will never know about what I did this fine evening. Throw the bodies in the ocean. That way nobody will ever know.
I'm surprised you lived.
Up next is gameplay. Now they give you this gigantic map, and I tell you, it's about 2 Assassin's Creed Origins map put into one. The gameplay is solid, don't get me wrong, until you get to the repetitive missions of you going at one guy over and over again. And then you want to progress in the story, and I'll admit the story has you wanting to go on, as you trying to find your father and your mother, and figuring out what exactly happened. There's a bunch of flashbacks that you see throughout the game, but I'm not going to spoil that much of it. But the gameplay, it almost seems solid till you get the repetitive missions, where the stealth doesn't even work, so whenever you kill someone, they actually get back up. And whenever you actually go into war, the wars don't even work. You actually die almost every single time, because even if, no matter how many times you level up, the bad guys during the war will constantly get higher and higher. And then you actually have to fight a boss fight in the middle of the battles, and you have to make sure that there's more Spartans winning. So, did I mention to you there's actually friendly fire in this game? You can accidentally kill a Spartan during the war, and that can cause you to lose. So, don't go swinging like a madman, because apparently Ubisoft doesn't want you to have fun. The only fun I have is actually sailing around until I see a whale jump out the water. Or whenever I'm swimming and a shark jumps out at me. Now this game also tries to be Metal Gear Solid 5, with having you take in different outcomes and also scouting out the area. The only thing is that it's completely stupid because you have to use this dumb bird to scout out the area, to find your enemies. And even then it doesn't do anything because they're always going to be able to overpower you.